Hello and welcome back to another anime video game review. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I think it's a good time to jump back into it with the Bleach game. And that game in particular is Bleach Shattered Blade for the Wii. Regardless if you've ever seen the Bleach anime or have any idea what Bleach really is, it won't make a difference because this game has an original storyline with a few of the characters from the anime. The story mode itself is kind of limited because you can only choose from a few characters like Ichigo, Renji, and Kenpachi, and the story mode for each person is also very boorish. It all revolves around the Executioner's blade that has been shattered into many pieces, hence the title of the game, Bleach Shattered Blade. Then as you play through each person's story, you see their side of gathering pieces of the Executioner's blade and trying to use it for their own purposes. If this doesn't sound too exciting to you, then you are correct. It really isn't a special type of story, and it only brings in one new character that is exclusive to the game. Maybe if there was more of an element where you would have to face off against more than one villain in the game, it would seem slightly more compelling. And that leads me into a huge thing that would have made this entire game much better too. It's the controls. The controls for this game are simple. So simple that a baby could probably pick up the controller and have a fighting chance against someone. And no, that actually wasn't a joke. All that you basically do is swing the Wiimote to do attacks and shake the nunchuck to charge your spirit energy. And there isn't really a good way to pull off combos with what you're given. Sure, there are variations of attacks, but it's still so bland. One thing I do like, however, is the Bankai, but that isn't saying a whole lot. It does give you a better feel in battles when you can go Bankai and pull off a special move, but even with Bankai, you still get the stale gameplay. Moving on to other modes in the game, you can basically just practice, do a battle with friends, or use the other modes where you can either listen to soundtracks for the game or look at artwork and character models. This isn't too exciting unless you get around looking at either Orihime or Rangiku's character models, which look oh so damn good. I mean really, look at the detail put on them. Lots of detail. And that reminds me, the cel-shaded graphics in the game make it feel much more like the anime or manga, just like in the earlier Naruto Ultimate Ninja games. Now in terms of replay value, there's hardly any because the game doesn't even support online gameplay. And it does suck because there's no way to use those 32 playable characters that the game has. That is, if you can even unlock them all. Actually, there is one thing about this game that I hate even more. It's the fact that the game is pretty short for its story modes and the amount of things you can do, but even after doing all of that, they expect you to play this game for hours and hours trying to unlock all that it has to offer. The characters are somewhat secret because of all the BS you need to do in order to unlock them, as well as what you need to do to unlock more artwork, character models, soundtracks, and items you can buy from the Urahara shop. I don't know what Sega was thinking when they made this game, but if I'm going to unlock all of that shit, I would at least expect it to be more enjoyable with a stable storyline and online modes. This was a game that wasn't thought through well enough and had a lot of potential that was completely wasted. If the controls were better, the story mode wasn't fragmented, it had online and more interesting modes in general, then maybe it would have been much better. But for me, this game was only worth a 3 out of 10. As a kid it seemed cool, but now as I grew up a little more, I can see all the terrible flaws that this game had. I would say that it isn't even worth a try to play this game, and if you want a Bleach game that is somewhat better, you should look in the direction of Bleach Soul Resurrection instead. And that just about does it for this anime video game review, so if you have any suggestions for a review, then comment on this video and don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. This is NextLevelOtaku saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.